What is up, y'all? It is me, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, well, honestly, it's not a good time to be seeing my face for the first time because my face is like very much broke out. But if this is your first time seeing me, you should go hit that subscribe button and turn the post notifications on so you can be notified every time I upload a video. And if you just subscribed, you are now a gang. Thank you very much. And if you're not new, hey girl, welcome back.
Even though I don't wanna show emotions, I'm hoping.
A lot of y'all have been wanting this video for such a long time, and I feel like I'm finally now in a position where I can give tutorials on how to do things like this. So as you read by the title, today I'm gonna be showing you guys how I edit. The pimples are really bothering me right now. We're gonna try to just focus our attention on the editing and not me. Before we get into it, this is Final Cut Pro. I do edit on Final Cut Pro, but I want to tell you this is not a tutorial. So if you already don't know how to edit on Final Cut Pro, watch another video. This ain't that. If you don't know how to edit, I'm sorry, this ain't that. This is how I edit. I'm not giving simple things as how to change the volume, how to import clips, how to cut clips. I'm not doing all that. This is just how I edit because there's gonna be so much information in this video alone. I don't know if you can tell by the length. There's gonna be a lot of information in this video alone that I don't have time for that kind of stuff. But I do also want to say, if you don't use Final Cut Pro, there are some things that I do up here that you can do on other editors, like vllo, CapCut, probably not iMovie because iMovie is shitty. The technique of how I do things, you can kind of work that with your editor and you can kind of see what I'm talking about. If you have not checked out my how to edit on iMovie video, I'll go ahead and put that in the iCard. I did also do that. However, if you are a phone editor, if you use CapCut or vllo, two of my friends, itsspearll and nasiraneesah, they both did tutorials, so I'll link their videos down below. itsspearll did a CapCut editing tutorial and then nasiraneesah did a vllo tutorial, so if you edit on either one of those, I will link their videos down below. Also, there's going to be chapters in this video if you haven't already noticed. If you go to the description box or even just click the slide bar at the bottom of the screen, you'll be able to see. So if you already know what I'm about to do, you can skip through it. You can go back, you can go forward. I have chapters to make it a whole lot easier for y'all. So before we get into it, I do want to say that this video was inspired by Miss Nicole's editing course. She did teach me a lot with learning Final Cut Pro, and I can't just sit here and pretend like I came up with all this on my own. So I am going to give Nyla credit for her editing course. I'm not sitting here and spilling all her information though, because I definitely have my own way of editing now. I wanted to help you guys for free. Like I said, this is a free video. I would just really appreciate it if you watched all the way through and you liked and subscribed. That's just, it's free. So about Final Cut Pro, I know a lot of you are probably like, oh my god, I'm not spending $300 on an editing software when I can get free ones on my phone. Final Cut Pro is an investment, but I believe that if you really take YouTube seriously and you really want to go far with it, definitely invest in it. It might take a couple weeks, months, even it shouldn't take years for you to save $300. It's a very good investment. There's just so much to do up there, and there's so many ways to make your videos unique that a lot of other editors just don't have. So definitely it's a good investment. And if you're a college student, you can actually get a bundle of apps including Final Cut Pro for just $199, so you just like knock $100 off the price, which is still a lot, but I promise you it is such a good investment. I know it sounds crazy, but if you're really serious about your craft and you want to perfect it, definitely invest in Final Cut Pro. Okay, so I have a list of topics on my phone that I'm going to go through with y'all today. So it's like I said, it's not everything. This is just how I edit my videos. I'm not gonna get into how I cut my clips, how I paste copy. Y'all should already know that. I'm gonna put myself in the bottom corner and I'm gonna screen record on my computer and we're just gonna get into it. Okay, so we're now in Final Cut Pro. If you see me looking this way, it's because I'm looking at the computer. But as you see, this is my I want to say this is like my last video, the self-care routine. So I'm gonna show you something really quickly. So I have a folder. This is a mess right here, but this is basically how my fucking downloads look. But I have a YouTube folder, and in here I have all my green screens, all of my things I use in every video, intros, outros, subscribe button, Instagram, stuff like that. Then I have all my music, which I'm going to show you guys how to get shit like this too. And then recent video, I have more folders, and in these folders is the supplemental footage and the actual footage that I'm going to be editing, so it'll be in here. And then all of these are just older videos, which honestly all of these can be deleted because they're already up. Once I upload a video, I delete it from my laptop. I don't have storage problems because I don't keep shit on my computer. Like once it's up, because there's a way that you can download it back to your computer from YouTube. So this I'm gonna keep because this doesn't come out till tomorrow. As you see, it's Saturday. Let's go ahead and get to that. So y'all saw that I have an extra folder in here. Basically, when you import your clips, you just want to put them in a separate folder so that they stay separate. So in here, ignore how this says the date. I set my shit up differently. So there's 3 things on Final Cut Pro. There's a library, there's a project and there's an event. So the project is gonna be your video, what you're doing. This is your project. Your event is gonna be all of this right here. Your event is gonna be like everything. Like you can add more than one project into an event. And your library is gonna be this up here, Makk Nicole. This is the library that I'm editing in. So if I'm making an intro, I'll put like intro as the library name. But if I'm doing my YouTube videos, I keep them in this library right here. Go to file, go to new, and then we're gonna click event. And then for the event name, I'll type in the topic of the video. So this one is just gonna be editing, just so I know what I'm doing. Because I might have more than one, like I might have like the screen recording edited separately, like anything like that. So now in the project, this is when I will go into my Notion and I'll actually go ahead and copy. I don't want y'all to see that in any of my other videos. So I'll go ahead and copy the title of the video and I'll just go ahead and paste that right in there, so that when I export to YouTube, I don't have to mess with the title at all. So that's, I keep everything separate like that. Like I said, this one is the date because I was just rushing, but this is how I normally would do it. So if I'm doing how I edit my YouTube videos video, and then I might do like, for this specific clip that I'm doing right now, I might say, I might say editing footage for video. So this might be the actual video like that you're watching now, but what I'm about to edit might be edited in here. If you kind of get what I'm saying. If not, hey, do it how you want to do it. So these are all of our clips. We're gonna just drag them all in here. I'm gonna turn the volume down on all of them because we don't need to hear that. So the first thing we're gonna start with is text, because that's the biggest thing, text. So I'm gonna go to my titles and I'm just gonna do basic title. We're gonna drag it. And let's just do welcome back and a little smiley face, a little winky face. I'm gonna size it up so you guys can see it well. So if you're not new to my channel, my go-to font is Helvetica, which is what it's already on, and then I will bold it, and then I'll do the drop shadow. I'll turn that on, and then I will bump that up the distance. I'll bump it to 9. So it has that shadow underneath. I like the way that looks. I feel like it makes it pop. So that's my go-to, Helvetica bold with the 9 drop shadow. So some more fonts that I like, I'm gonna show you guys. So scroll up to the top. I do have a lot of imported fonts. All of my fonts came from DaFont, and if they didn't come from dafont.com, they came from Google. I just type in, like, for example, like American Typewriter free font download. Like I'll type that in on Google and just download it. So some of my favorites are Bank Gothic. This is what that looks like. It's just very like digital. I really like the way that looks. In my iMovie video, watch that if you haven't, because I have a lot more fonts in there, but this is just what I'm currently into. So we also have Helvetica, which I got from DaFont. It's just kind of all lowercase, super cute and aesthetic. And then Copperplate. I really like Copperplate as well. I'm kind of growing out of Copperplate though, because when something becomes a trend, you just don't like it anymore. That's how I feel about Copperplate. I feel like the font just became a trend and now I really don't like it. So then we have Druck Wide Bold, which is right here. This is another one that I like, and this one came from DaFont also. And then we have Engravers Gothic, which kind of looks like a mixture of Bank Gothic and Copperplate. Hofler text, I don't really know, but I really like that. I really like this one for typing. Like if I'm doing the typewriter, I don't like the typewriter font, so I really like this one. It's just cute to me, like, and I'll normally do this one with no shadow behind it, so it'll just kind of look like, it would just kind of look like that. And then I have Kaoli Demo. I don't really know what that's called, but I use this one a lot. You'll probably see this one a lot in all my videos. This one came from DaFont as well. Then I like this one a lot. This is Old English Text. I use this one, I want to say, in like my haul. I really like the way this looks. It's different, it's cute. And then sometimes I'll do Orbitron. It just kind of depends, because I really like the Orbitron that's on DaFont better than this one. I really don't like this one. And then the last one is all the way at the end. It's this VIP one right here. It's like this cursive. It just looks like this. It's like thin aesthetic. I just really like it, but if you capitalize it, it turns to cursive. See, I just don't, so I just all lowercase that. So those are my favorite fonts right now. They do change as I find more. So the next one is going to be setting specific colors. So we're gonna get our generator, which is basically like a background. So we're gonna do, you can do custom or 360-degree color solid. I don't really know the difference, but custom, oh, I didn't know I had already put one there. Okay, so we all know you can click here and you could click around, or you can do this, but I didn't know this till recently, but you can click on the color and it'll come up over here, and you could find you like a color that you really like. So say I really like this purple, then you could just drag the purple here, and then you'll always have that color there no matter what, because it sucks when you find like a color that you really like and then you're like, oh, like I forgot how I got that color. So just, you know, play with it and then just drag it, and that's how you're gonna get that color every time. My favorite one is the tan. This is just my favorite one. And then we could add our text. We'll just say like, we're just gonna say welcome back. We're gonna bold that and turn the shadow distance to 9. So, oh. So we got that. So say you want to cut it like right here, and you want to add your little VHS screen. So this is more of like a hack. I mean, I don't know what you would call it. So like I said, I have all of my YouTube shit in a YouTube folder. So say you want to do this rainbow screen right here after it. Girl, like I said, say you want to do this YouTube screen, this screen right here. So as you see, the volume is way too fucking high, so turn that down, because that's not, people aren't gonna want to hear that. And I cut that first part off because I don't really know about that. So I always do this with mine. So this is just kind of like, okay, all right. What I like to do is I like to add the bad TV effect. This bad TV, add it to that. It just gives it a more aesthetic look. Like, do you see the difference? Like that to that, do you see the difference? I don't know, I just like it a lot better, so I will always add that bad TV effect. And bad TV is only available on Final Cut Pro. I want to say that vllo has like a glitch effect, but it doesn't look nothing like bad TV. Okay, so now let's talk about my glitch animations that I do. So you can do this to text or pictures, but since Nyla taught me this, but if she texts in hers, we're just gonna do a video for this one. So y'all know I'll do like the glitch and like the thing will pop up. So okay, so you have to just kind of eyeball it and see like where you want your glitch to stop at. So I'm just gonna cut a little bit off the beginning and a little bit off the end, and then I'm gonna add bad TV to both the beginning and the end. And type in glitch sound effect on YouTube and then just download you one. I have all mine imported in here, all my sound effects. There's a way you can do it. Just Google like how to import sound effects into Final Cut Pro and a video will come up. Like all the ones I downloaded will come in here. Okay, so I'll basically line the sound effect up with the start of this, and then down here I'll cut that, and then I'll delete the whole middle part, but in this case we're just gonna drag it to the end. Just like that, and then where it ends, we're gonna cut that too. So basically you just want to have it on those, and so it's gonna sound like you see what I'm saying? It's like a glitch. It sounds a lot more cuter with music in the background. You can do that with text, videos, photos, all that. I really do like to add like little animations. I feel like it just makes it different. But okay, so my favorite sound effects. Okay, so of course we got the mouse click. I think I talked about this in, I think I talked about this in my last video, but like, say I want to, sometimes I'll do it as a transition like that, which if you don't have computer mouse, Final Cut Pro has a computer mouse, but you could download one as well. I also like to do the reminder sound effect. You can download this one from Google as well, but I will also sometimes do this one when I'm doing my Instagrams, like that. And then another one I really like is the transition sound effect for the slide, the animation. I do like to bring my transitions down to about 10, and then we'll add the golf hit to that. Like that. And while we're already on the topic of transitions, I'm just gonna go ahead and name some more that I do really like. That one, of course, the slide transition, I like to bring it down to 10. I like that one. Fade. Okay, so this really isn't a transition, but just a plain black screen, like that right there. Let me add some music really quickly. Okay, so I like to, hold on, let me do this real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna cut all that. So after like a scene, I want to fade it out to something that's a little less harsh than like a slide transition, something that's just a little bit more calming. So say this is our clip right here, and then I'm going to just put it in the black screen, and then I'll fade this music right here. If you watch my videos, some of my black screens are longer than others because I like to stop it at a good point in the music. I don't just want to stop it in the middle of like a word. So this is what this will essentially look like. And then it will start back up. So I do like that transition, also kind of like a fade the music kind of transition. Or I'll just do like a plain black screen. So this is your clip, then it goes dark for a little bit with no sound effect, no transition, just a black screen like that. Okay, so another one I've been doing lately is the fade one, which is under fade to color. I really like this one. It's just, I'll do it in between settings. Like if I change my setting, then I'll do that. But I think it's a lot more calming than, like I said, like that mouse click or that slide transition. It's just a lot more calming, so I like that one as well. And then the final one that I really like is the scale transition. So I'll add it. That's not really a good example. Let's do that one right here. When this comes up, I always hit create transition and just work around it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So I'll stop it right when you can really see it coming up. So right here you can see it, and then I will add a mouse click. So it kind of looks like you're clicking the screen up in a way. Okay, well that was two. That was a little bit too late. And then we're going to just, let me do it. Something along the lines of that. So we already went ahead and talked about that. Now I'm gonna get into the music. Let's go ahead and do the music. So I have a lot of music. I get my music from YouTube and SoundCloud. It just kind of depends. So actually the Tipsy Turtle is a really good place to get music. So go ahead and screenshot this if you can. They have really good beats and a lot of their songs are not copyrighted. My only thing with the Tipsy Turtle is their music is sometimes kind of like hyper. I don't really know how to explain it. Where I like chill songs, their beats are kind of like, if you got energy in your videos, it would go well. But you could search like, there's not that big of a selection on YouTube. But stuff like this, like if Drake made lo-fi hip-hop, if J. Cole made lo-fi hip-hop, if Drake and J. Cole made, like, if rappers made like, it's just stuff like this. You can kind of look through and see, but honestly, your keyword for your music is going to be lo-fi. But I don't get my music from YouTube anymore. I can't. I don't. So I use SoundCloud. So as you see, I have a lot right here. Follow my SoundCloud. What is it? It's Makk Nicole. Follow my SoundCloud and then go through my likes, and then this is where I have a lot of my music. But you really can only do this if you have Final Cut Pro. So a lot of these aren't gonna be copyright free. Most of them are not gonna be copyright free. So if you work Final Cut Pro, this section is for you. How you download it, you just want to copy link and then type in like SoundCloud to MP3 and then just download it. But how to actually find it, so you got to think of a song in your head. So let's just do, so the key with YouTube is lo-fi, the key with SoundCloud is rework. And you'll find it. You gotta go through, but you're gonna find one. So something like this, as long as the beat's different, that's all you need. The beat just gotta be different. If the beat's different, you're straight. If the beat's not different, you know what I'm saying? So like this song right here, the beat is definitely different. I'm gonna go ahead and like that so y'all can find all that. But once you download it and you get it in Final Cut Pro, I'm gonna pull up a song that did get copyrighted for me, and we're gonna just finesse that one. So this is the one that got copyrighted for me in the vlog where I got monetized. You could definitely tell it's her. So I forgot to do this, but I'm telling you right now, don't fucking forget to do this. But you want to go to effects. Like I said, the beat's different, it's just the pitch is the same. So you want to go all the way down to audio, and you want to go to distortion. No, you don't. You want to go to voices. No, you don't. Yeah, you want to go to voice. You wanna go to voice and you wanna do the monster. So drag the monster onto it and you'll see it's changed the pitch drastically. But we don't want it that damn deep, so I like to go mild and then drop the shit way down. I would use this. You can tell that it's her. You can tell, we can tell, but YouTube won't be able to tell. But that's what you want to do. But like I said, if you have that sound effect and you can change the pitch of it, I mean, if you have that voice filter and you can change the pitch of it, try it. But from what I know, this is only something you could do on Final Cut Pro. Like I said, it's just a very good investment overall. Just do it. So that's how I get my music. Honestly, SoundCloud. Just type in your favorite song and then rework and then just scroll until you find something with a different beat, and then you can just change the pitch in Final Cut Pro. So now let's talk about the montages. I can't explain how I make the montages. Y'all just gonna have to watch. Okay, so all that I want to do black. I want the text to come in. I want the video to come in right when the beat starts. So sometimes I'll do the montage based on the beat, and sometimes I'll do the montage based on the voice. So this one I'm gonna do the voice. Do you see what I'm saying? You should already know how to do montages. I'm not gonna lie, you should already know how to do montages. Like I said, this ain't how to edit, it's just how I edit. So okay, so this is how that would look. So we have the black screen with the music, and then when the beat drops, the video will start right now. Do you see how it kind of goes with like her voice? That's basically how I do my montages. I just do it based on the beat or the voice. Kind of just depends on the song and the type of clip that I'm editing. So we already covered a lot. Now I'm gonna talk, while we're already on the topic of montages, y'all know I like to do my low exposure. I feel like it's just super fucking cute. So I'm gonna show you how I do that. So this is the clip. We're just only gonna worry about this little montage part that we just edited. So okay, you want to go to this little like triangle thing up here, and then you want to go to highlights, and I like to do -80 and watch how drastically it changes. You see what I'm saying? It's that low exposure kind of feel. So don't play with none of this up here. Just go straight to the highlights and then just do -80. I mean, you could test this stuff out on your own, but like I said, what I'm doing is what is working for me. So I'm going to change all these clips to -80 and then watch the montage again. You see what I'm saying? It's just cute. I mean, you might not like the low exposure, but I really do. I feel like it gives kind of like a different vibe, especially if you have bright colors that kind of show through it, like in this Bath and Body Works footage. So honestly, the last thing that I feel like I have to talk about is the borders. So I used to do my borders like this. I would do like a let's go back to here. I used to do my borders just like this. Drag the clip on top of the thing and then just size it down so that it's a border. But yo, I found another way to do it. A way simpler way to do it. I found a way simpler way. So you want to go to effects. I didn't know this till recently. Call me dumb, I didn't know. And you just want to type in border, and simple border is going to come up. So you're going to drag it on the clip and it puts a border around it. My last border was gray, that's why it's already saved. So say that you want to do like a light pink. You can change the width of it. This ain't cute though. You want to keep your border as thin as possible. I'd say about like whatever it comes as is what's cute. But it's so much easier than having to work with 2 layers, because sometimes working with 2 layers is aggravating when you're trying to cut them and split them and make sure they match each other. So it's just very much easier to just do the border like this. I pretty much told y'all how I do everything basically. The last thing I'm going to show y'all is my export settings, because there's so many on Final Cut Pro, and I know that it can get very confusing, but we basically covered everything. So like the montage part, sometimes I'll do that in the middle of a video, sometimes that'll be my intro for the video, would be like a montage. It kind of just depends on how you want to do it. You can make the whole video a montage if you want, like visual diaries. It just kind of depends, but that's how I do it. I hope you can use your common sense and understand and put 2 and 2 together of what I'm trying to tell you, because I'm gonna get aggravated if I have to go in depth with every single thing with you. Say that this is what we want to do. I am going to fade this out. Hold on, I'm gonna fade this out and make it like a clip that I would actually do something with. So we're gonna go ahead and take this border off because I don't want that up there. That's just like that. Like that's what we're gonna do. Then we're just going to fade it. Okay, so this is what we're about to export. Oh my god, it just cut off. I don't know where it cut off at, but basically, damn, where did it cut off? I don't know. Okay, so what I did, if it was cut off, was I pretty much faded out the music and added a black screen towards the end, and now we're working on adding a title. I'm basically gonna edit this as if I was actually editing this to go up on YouTube. So I just added the text, and then the day in my life is in Helvetica Bold with the drop shadow of 9, and then the influencer edition, I'm going to make it look like it fits a little bit better. I'm gonna bring the, actually I don't really like that. Let's just do, try to find something like, oh, this is another one. I completely forgot this one. It's called Christina Signature. Sometimes, I mean, if you could read it, you could read it. If you can't, you can't. It's just for the aesthetic. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And we're actually gonna bring these all the way down. Sometimes Final Cut Pro is trifling. You have to zoom in to make sure you didn't go over or under, which I did in both cases. So let's go ahead and watch it. And I don't know why Final Cut Pro does this, but if you pause it, it's gonna be good quality, but when you play it, it just lowers the quality. And that's it, just like that. So now the export settings. So let's see, I do export file default. I don't do none of this shit right here. I do this one. That title is already gonna be there. Settings, so I do video and audio, and for the video codec I do H.264. It don't use no storage, but the quality is still fine. And then I just keep, I honestly, this is it, because look at how big the file is. Now if we were to change it to like Apple ProRes, it just goes up drastically, like 4 gigabytes for what we just did. Like there's no reason that you should do that. So keep it on this one, and then we're just gonna export it, and this should export relatively fast because it is 35 seconds long. And that's basically what I do. Like I said, this is not a tutorial. This is mainly just what I do. Like this, I'm showing you what I do. I'm not telling you how to do it. Just use your common sense. Like I said, a lot of these can be available on other editors. It just kind of depends on what you're trying to do with it. But that's basically everything I do. If you watch my videos, you'll see that literally everything I do in my videos I just did right here, down to the text, from the text to the transition to the glitch animations to the sound effects to all of that. That's basically like, that's what I'm doing. I hope you did learn something from it, but I hope you had a little bit of common sense and could figure out how to do things without somebody having to stand over you and watch you do it. Thank y'all for watching. If you do have any questions though, you can DM my Instagram, DM my spam, because my main DMs kind of get flooded, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't text back up there. So I always tell people to text me on my spam, which will be on the screen if you have any questions, but just make sure they're not dumb. But anyways, yeah, thank y'all for watching. If you enjoy, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, subscribe because you want to be gang, so subscribe. But yeah, I'm gonna see y'all in my next video. Bye y'all. This is ghetto.